Hotel the Opera.
Amazingly so, the very first time. Very exciting. I love it. At first glance, just moving around, it's full of wonderful vegetation. It's so green and warm and welcoming. I love it. It's very nice. And people have been so nice to us. Adam's been here before, so he told us it was going to be great, and it's great. It's good to be back.
Japan was always very exciting for us because I think it was the first country to really understand Queen, I think, and what we were all about, with the way we looked, and the way the music was quite complicated. And the reaction when we first arrived in Tokyo was fantastic. The best, that we'd seen. So it was a new thing for us, and it was a new level for us. So we remember it very well. It's a very important part of our history.
And continues to be. We've been so many times. So we're like old friends, really. We have a constant contact with Japan.
I've gotten lots of great stories, and then going, doing the performances we've done there, the audience has just been so passionate, so emotional. You can feel the connection, and it's different than in other countries. There's something very special there. I think we witnessed that in the crowd.
We did the Summer Sonic last year, and we have a DVD coming out of that concert, which actually is amazing, because we all did it, and we all thought it was quite a difficult gig, because the audience is wonderful, but it's so hot, it's so humid and wet, and it's very difficult to play. So we thought, well, maybe it's not that good. But when we saw the video back, we thought, oh, no, it's great. And the interaction with the crowd is great. And we loved it. So it's coming out. You will see soon Queen in Summer Sonic on DVD.
Yeah, the audience reaction was fantastic in such a young audience, which was a big surprise for us for in Japan to have such a young audience, and after we've been for so many years,
And Tim.
Yeah.
I think what's so cool about Queen is that in many parts of the world, Japan included, it defies generations. I think people that were around the first time that the music was there, they've passed it on to their families. I think kids have heard it in the house, and it doesn't really feel like it's specific to one generation. And in Japan, you could really see that in the audience. Yeah.
I don't know. It is a mystery. Yeah, there is something. We feel it too. We feel a great emotional thing in playing these shows. I think there's such a history, but it is so immediate as well. It's a kind of emotion which washes over you. I was very happy because we did some kind of improvising there, and we did I Was Born to Love You, which never normally we do, And looking back on it in the video, it's a lovely thing because it's so fresh and so dangerous. And Adam's incredible. He goes into the audience and interacts, I was so happy that we were still breaking new ground after all these years. I think people feel that. They think it's part of the history, but also part of now.
Yeah, I think we rehearsed it like 2 days leading up to the performance, so it was very, very new, which was exciting for us.
probably gave it an edge.
Yeah, we play it right.
Well, I think one of the first things that I realized was that there is no replacement for him. You can't really compare. He was such an icon, and I think that's something that we've all kind of understood from day one, and something that I try to kind of communicate to the audience every night that we do performances. It's really, celebrating the songs and the legacy and the feelings and the stories that are told in these songs. I try to focus on that more than, move over, I'm doing it now. That doesn't feel right to me. It feels right to sort of pay homage and pay my respect. You know what I mean? It's important. I mean, and that's really important to the audience, too. I think that's why we connect so well with them. I think they understand that it's, for me, getting to do this is such a treat, and it's such an honor, and to be sharing the stage with legends is like, oh, come on. It's mind-blowing. Oh, it really is, and I every night I'm like, damn, this is crazy. And so I think that's something that we all experience together, the audience, myself, and the
Yeah, it's very important that I think we have complete faith in Adam because his ability, his voice is incredible. And so that enables us to enjoy it. So it's really fun. And it's very important to have joy which communicates to the audience, I think, from
Because he doesn't have to be Freddie. He doesn't, for a moment, have to be Freddie. He just has to be himself, which he is, and it works. There's this great fit. You know, he has the voice, as you've heard. You know, stupendous voice. He has this charisma. He has the contact with the audience. He's camp. He's funny. He's entertaining, and
A sense of the ridiculous.
And what more could you ask?
Shoes.
You know?
Lots of shoes.
Yes.
He has shoes. He has
Shoes are very important. They're very
He
important.
has such wardrobe.
And he has unpredictability as well. So when I'm playing the guitar, I'm not thinking, oh, I wonder what he's, you know, is he going to do like Freddie did? I'm just thinking, oh, I wonder what he's going to do now. Oh, he's going to be over here. Oh, you know, there's an interaction which is very live. We're not choreographed, but we interact very easily together.
Keeps things fresh for sure. That's one of my favorite parts about being on stage too. Is that, you know, when I first started working with the band, I thought, oh, first of all, is the audience going to accept this? How are they going to feel about this? But more importantly, how are Brian and Roger going to feel about me singing these songs? And are they going to be, you know, very rigid about this is how it's done, you have to do it this way? And, you know, if that had been the case, I would have been fine with it, because these are the guys. But to my surprise and to my benefit, I mean, they were kind of like, what do you want to do? There's always been a sense of freedom and sort of openness, and I think that's made a lot of magic for us on stage.
And also we are quite relaxed in a way, because we're kind of old-fashioned, because many acts today, in fact the majority, they will use hard disk, they use click, tick, clack, clack, clack. We don't use any of that. We play it all, but maybe it's a little faster than the record, maybe it's a little slower, but we try and feel it, and I think that imparts an extra organic sense to the performance.
It is unusual, isn't it? It's completely real what you see with us, and that is rare. I don't know if anybody realizes. You know, most people realize that. But very often you're watching a track if you go to a show these days, but with us, it all happens in the moment. So it's dangerous, you know, and we make mistakes. Oh, not mistakes, but we make different things happen.
Well, you make mistakes.
But, you know, it's real. The audience knows that they're seeing something which never happened before. Exactly that way.
Yeah, and it's weird. It is more dangerous, but there's also something sort of safe about it, because when you're locked into a framework, if something goes wrong, it's kind of a train wreck. But because we're all connected with each other, and that's the only thing we have to rely on, we can kind of stretch and flex and sort of. There's something actually very like freeing and liberating about it as well.
Yeah.
You're not confined, you know.
Yeah, in a sense, there's no shame in anything that happens in this life. You know,
I have
Maybe
none.
a little bit.
Certainly I have none.
No, because it's real and it takes us to a different place, and we're all grown up enough to just smile and say, okay, this happens, we'll do this.
Yeah.
So,